step into a world of intrigue and deception as we unveil the truth behind the legend of Monkey Island. Is it a legendary tall tale, or nothing but a cleverly crafted facade? But first, spoiler warning for anyone who has yet to play through the first chapter. With months without a proper update to the game, Sea of Thieves has felt a little stale as of late. That is, until I had noticed I had installed the newest update. The Legend of Monkey Island is here, so I hopped on my sloop and started scouring the map to figure out where to go. I was too excited to read the patch notes, so it actually took me a while to realize this was just a tall tale. I grabbed my fiance, and next thing we knew, we were setting sail from Melee Island. Sailing to port, we're greeted with a lovely Caribbean soundtrack. However, I now know this is only to help mask the giant facade that Melee Island actually is. Almost immediately after arriving, you enter a lively tavern where everyone is having a grand old time. It is here, in fact, where the monotonous and convoluted fetch quests begin. After a grueling 10 minutes of talking to every single person in the tavern, we found out that we need to impersonate the chef's assistant so we can have access to the grog to get everyone drunk, so we can steal money and keys from them while they're passed out in order to progress through the story, but we can't do any of that yet because we have to purchase the uniform, but they don't accept gold, so we have to find this special currency called Pizza 8, which means we have to comb the island for this new currency, which can be found on some barrels, according to these guys, but also, for some reason, in a church. Anyway, while searching for Pieces of 8, you'll very shortly realize how little there actually is to do on Melee Island. The town is completely empty. Every door is locked, barricaded, or guarded except the exact 3 doors you need to have access to. Convenient, I know, right?
Oh, we have to get Otis out of his cell.
In the jail, we have to free this dude from his wrongful imprisonment.
Say hello, Captain Coco.
Hello!
I don't believe it! Freedom after all these years! Ah, the smell of the sea, the touch of the moonlight. Now we can do all the things we ever dreamed of. Travel the world. Pyramids.
Open a furniture store!
Well, I mean, not that. That's pretty silly, but we can start over, build new lives for ourselves.
Like running a furniture store.
Hey, enough with the furniture store! I didn't spend all that time locked up just to collect chairs. I want to have an adventure.
Editor's note here. So it took us 40 minutes, as you can see from where this line is to the end of this clip. That's 40 minutes for us to realize that we have to replace Murray with Captain Coco, because of course we were supposed to just outright know that. Yeah. Alright, anyway, back to the video. Eventually, we steal a talking skull and finally get to this. The absolute best part of this tall tale.
Right
oh look,
here.
a convenient corpse.
At last, my new reign of demonic terror can... easy now.
Oh, this is not gonna work.
It's, been a while since I had limbs to worry about. All right, here we go. I'm getting the hang of this. Let's get you into that mansion.
Okay. His head not straight. Oh my god!
Now, marvel at my mastery of impersonation.
You good? Maybe we should put a hat on him. Uh-huh.
What mastery?
Yes.
Man, we are truly watching a professional at work.
Especially when he throws his head back.
Yarr! One of the governor's guards, I be. I be adoring the legend of Monkey Island so much, and... Oh, forget it.
Finally, we reach the mansion and talk to the ever so delusional Guybrush Threepwood.
Then,
But by now, our mental state had been rapidly declining.
Stupid!
but honey pumpkin. I'm
Take
busy
it.
with my memoirs.
Take
I
it.
can't be disturbed or I'll miss my deadline.
Take it.
Now, now,
Take
you
it.
mustn't be rude.
We then met LeChuck and fought the blue skellies with root beer? Finally, after defeating the skellies, we still had a few commendations to finish up, so we headed to the scum bar and talked to Spiffy and everyone else there. However, there's one especially notable character that I talked to.
Ahoy there, stranger. Well, there's a whole big story about how he attacked the village just now. Not even the ghost pirate LeChuck would. But if that ever did happen, the legend of Monkey Island would soon put a stop to him. Or my name's not Mancom Seepgood.
This guy's name isn't Mancomb, it's Mancom Seepgood. Very subtle, rare. Nice. With that tidbit of information, here are my final thoughts. I understand this is a one-for-one modernized replica of the original Secret to Monkey Island game from way back in 1990. I feel like I would have enjoyed it better if they had rather just made a nod to the original instead of designing the entire Tall Tale to be an exact copy. This whole thing feels like you're being forced into completing a relic of a quest rather than enjoying the scenery and feeling that nostalgia. Just because the game was released in 1990 does not mean we have to be stuck there. If you've completed the Pirate's Life Tall Tale, you'll know that they didn't use the same story from the movies. They actually created an intriguing storyline, and I'm kind of frustrated that they didn't decide to do it with this one. While I'm glad we received some amount of content, this one seemed a bit rushed and simply glued together by 30-year-old plot points. With that all being said, here's to waiting another month until Chapter 2 comes out. I look forward to seeing what's next in store at Melee Island. If you enjoyed this content and you want to see more, please like and subscribe and comment down below what you think. Thank you for watching, and may your future voyages be filled with endless treasures.